Hey everyone, today we talk about the theta found as expected in my last video and the Bitcoin perfect analysis. And congrats, theta already increased 50% from the bottom. So you see, but my last video I told you this is the next scenario is the three parallel descending line. You can see that I buy in here. I have some portion that I buy in here, and now it's already 50% so far. And I told you in my last video that gonna be the plan A, plan B, and the plan C. Now we are still in the plan A. And the next in this video we talk about this mega falling wedge that I told you this is the very strong support, and now we are pumping, we are still pumping, and now we are retesting this blue line. And the last is about the Bitcoin. What is the Bitcoin outlook? That this is the perfect analysis using the Fibonacci retracement. You can see exactly hit in the 2.6 Fibonacci retracement and then come. Now we are back to 0.18 Fibonacci and already hit this first taking profit. So some people maybe now is the taking profit from the Bitcoin, but what next? So stay tuned to this video because it is a very crucial moment for us. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about the theta against the Bitcoin. In my last video, I already told you we are still in the mega falling wedge pattern. What is? So since the June 2021, after the crash happening, we are still going to down. We are bleeding against the Bitcoin, but that's not that. The theta is bad. Theta is very good. That's why they are creating the mega falling wedge. You know, right? Falling wedge is the bullish pattern, the most bullish pattern. Now we are already retest so many times in this support, and even in the January we retest and then we are going to up. Now what next? As you can see, as long as that we haven't surpassed this yellow line, we are still in the downtrend. As I told you, now is the minor bull run. When I change the minor into the major bull run is when that we can break this yellow line. And then maybe we can see that the price is still going up, or maybe we can still continue going down. As I told you, in this, like in the July 2021, even if we hit this bottom, we cannot go to this up directly. We maybe some go up and then going down again. So every time we talk this one, maybe we cannot go higher. Maybe like this one, we are hit this one and then it's possible that we are still going to down, right? Like this one, after hit this one, it's possible that we are going to down. So in here, maybe we can hit this one and then we are continuing down because in the March, April, there's going to be the FOMC meeting, the interest rate, the inflation, and the tapering, double tapering. Okay, and the next is you can see this strong line, this blue line is the last resistance that we have. In this one, it's not exactly hit to the bottom. It's just pumped from this point. So I should look after hit this one, not reach the up, also not reach the down. So I just after hit this one and then going to up, take the retest in this and going to down. So now we are retesting. So for the short-term trading, the people is taking profit because this is the last resistance that we have. But I think it's better that if you just buy like me, you buy at the bottom, you buy at 0.3, sorry, 2.3 US dollar, you buy same like me in the last video when I told you to buy. Maybe for me, I'm still holding. Why? I'm still holding. Okay, let's jump in first in the Bitcoin because all the crypto, all the altcoin, even the Ethereum, gonna follow the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin fly, and so do the altcoin. And you can see, uh, this is the 21 exponential moving average and the 20 moving average in the weekly time frame. So you draw this one. Now we are playing this chart. Okay, how I get this to Fibonacci. So make sure you remember this. When the price is going from the top, from the all-time high, we break this bull market support trend. And then we retest, confirm this is the resistance, and we are going to down. You draw. You draw the Fibonacci from this point, you draw to the resistance, and you can find this Fibonacci. So now we are bounced from the 2.6. Fibonacci retracement we back to up 1.6 in here. And so far, if you draw the all-time high in here, and then back to this, maybe a bit higher like this one. Okay, and back to the this 2.6 Fibonacci retracement. So this is 100%. You can find that now we are around this price we are in Fibo 0.7 Fibonacci retracement. For the bull run, the 0.7 is or 0.6 or 0.5 is the very strong indicator that it's just a retest and then continuing flight. But in the bear market, after hit this one, maybe back to 0.7 or back to 0.6 is the like the retest and then just continuing down again. That's why even if I'm so bullish in the short term period, but as I told you, the bigger problem is the March and the April. That's when the FOMC meeting by the Jerome Powell. Okay, because now we are following Nasdaq, we are following the traditional market, and then you can see in here after fly from this sandbox going to down, we are retesting this green line and then continuing fly, creating the all-time high to the 69, right, in the November. And now what next? After we are going to down, we are maybe it's about the possibility we are going to retest this either the white or the green like this one. Confirm as the support and then fly. Now we are confirm as the resistance and then just continuing down. That's why we have still a chance is going to up. Again, this is the probability because now some people is taking profit in here. So make sure if you still play leverage, just manage your risk because maybe we're gonna see some pullback because this is the first taking profit from the bottom to buy in here. And next, what about Theta? Theta, I'm still bullish for the short term. Maybe until the February, we're gonna see how big we can fly in the February until the early March because in here Theta seems like have the strong resistance in here, but doesn't mean that we cannot go higher up to this point. Maybe we can up to this point, or maybe we're just continuing down. We don't know. But I already set the cut loss because for the theta, I already paid the bottom when the last video I told you about this three parallel descending line, not double, triple, one, two, and three, and every time hit this support, I got. I told you in maybe in the around the mid January or the early January in my last video, you can check in my channel. I told you this is the very strong, but you need to be patient because 2 weeks don't plan and now it's going to up. That's why some people for Theta may be going to sell at 3.5 because the second line is the very strong indicator. Every time it's hit this one bounce, hit this one bounce, hit this one bounce. Now hit this one and then just again continuing down. It's very possible. That's why be careful if you just buy now because maybe you just gain the small volume, maybe back to plan A and just continuing down. It's very possible. Okay. Okay, I think that's for today and make sure you stay close to the Bitcoin. Why? Because the weekly time frame is the very emergency. And previously I told you about 3 days moving average just 2 days ago about the Bitcoin, right? But now the 3 days candle for the moving average rate already break. We already move above that line. That's why I changed the plan back to the exponential moving average 21 or moving average 20 in the weekly time frame. That's the last time we see the major bull run in the July until the November. Okay, I think that's for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.